Good morning, everyone. This is Deborah. I want to share something with you this morning. This is for those who have been going through just tremendous trials that have been confusing and painful, and moments of joy that seem too short. Since I've been home after my mom passed away a couple of weeks ago, I've been home, and I heard the Lord when I first got home, and He said He had to heal me. And I was encouraged by that because, like many of you, the trials that I have been through these past few years, actually like the last 25 years, I would say, have been so painful and so confusing. And, sometimes you feel like you're not going to make it. And you wonder, sometimes I've felt like I lost God, I failed too many times or whatever. And I know right now, this is a time, I guess, of just retrospect, and I want to read something He gave me this morning, because I'll tell you, I don't understand His ways. They are so deep, they are so high, so much higher than ourselves that we can't figure it out. And at times, taking care of my mom, it got so horrendous. I live a quiet life. I've never been involved in drugs or anything illegal or any of that. And my mom's favorite grandson was allowed to live in her house while she was in the residence. And it was horrible for me. It was a nightmare because he was selling drugs out of the house, and I couldn't get her to get him out of there. And, at one point, a gang of drug dealers, I think, broke in the house with guns, and they arrested him, or they took him and the other people away to investigate. And I was not. I don't even watch movies like that. I don't. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. And it was so hard for me because she was just adamant to try to help this kid. He was a man, but just so many things that I had to encounter that I was not familiar with, and it ripped my heart out, and I couldn't understand, and I didn't know how to do it in God's way. So many times you try to do the right thing, and you don't know if it's what God wants, and oh my gosh. And I'm just realizing as I am here quiet, I honestly believe, I think you guys have heard of post-traumatic stress syndrome. And I look at every area of my life, and all these areas need healing, and I've gotten to the place, it's like I don't even, this week I'm fasting again because I couldn't feel the Lord's presence. And I know some of you, most of you, probably all of you have been there. And so this morning I asked Him to please speak to me, to please encourage me, because this is just a place that is difficult when you can't feel the presence, very presence that gives you life and hope and peace and joy. And this is what He gave me this morning, and I had to share it because it's so profound. Every time He does this, it's just so profound me, and I just feel led to share it because I love you guys, and you're my family, and you have no idea how many times your comments have lifted me up. And this is what it is, and I'm sorry if I start to cry because He's just so good to us. The title is The Healing Power of Joy. John 16:20 is the verse at the top. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will be turned into joy. Say not within yourself, where is God? For I am within you, yes, even in your heart, and my hand is upon you. You have looked in vain for me because you have sought me in circumstances and in people, and have said, I cannot find him. O my child, look to me directly and rest your heart in me. Do so with as little distraction as would be easy to do if you were the only human being on the earth, and therefore would have no one else to look upon and no one else with whom to converse. Praise me. This I ask of you in times when it seems indescribably difficult to do so. I ask it of you in love that is stern at this point, because I know unequivocally that praise is your only hope for survival. Distress of soul and grief of heart can only bring on destruction of body. Joy alone is a healer, and you can have it in the darkest hour if you will force your soul to rise to me in worship and adoration. I have not failed you, and you have not failed me. It is only that you have failed yourself, or the disappointment has come on the human plane, not on the divine. Why should you allow any human experience to alter or affect your divine relationship with your Father? Bring me your sorrow and watch for the sunrise of the resurrection. Yes, truly, there comes always a resurrection, a morning when hope is reborn and life finds new meaning. Wait for it as tulip bulbs anticipate the spring. The rarest blooms are enhanced by the coldness of winter. The snow plays her part in producing spring's pageant. But when the blossoms break through, we do not then turn back to thoughts of winter, but instead we look ahead to the full joys of the coming summer. So you must do also. Your God is your maker. He is your defender, and he is mighty to save. Yes, he is not only mighty to save from sin, but he is mighty to save from despair, from sorrow, from disappointment, from regret, from remorse, from self-castigation, and from the hot, blinding tears of rebellion against fateful circumstances. He can save you from yourself, and he loves you when you find it hard to love yourself. Let his peace flow in you like a river, carrying away all the poison of painful memories and bringing you to a fresh, clear stream of pure life and restoring thoughts. This is not the end. Press on. The goal line is out ahead, and you may yet be a winner in the race of life. Just amazing. I'm going to ponder that today, and I'm going to make sure that I spend the day in praise and thanksgiving, in the confidence of knowing that he is our healer. I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Shalom.